They were escorted one by one, each welcomed as a hero. World War II veterans from all branches of service, honored for sacrifices made well over a half-century ago against tyranny and in defense of freedom.
Hey, I think it's fabulous. It's fabulous what they're doing here, really. We couldn't believe it, you know, my son and I. It's tremendous.
Well, I think it's wonderful but it's embarrassing.
This celebration of their service took place in Davenport, Iowa, in the same Quad City community where the Army Sustainment Command headquarters is located. ASC's commanding general, Major General Patricia McQuistion, was on hand, as was ASC's Command Sergeant Major Stephen Blake. It was one of many examples of the Army Sustainment Command's involvement with the local community.
As iron sharpens iron, one generation sharpens another.
Yes.
I'm a true testament as a sergeant major today in the Army with almost 30 years of leading America's sons and daughters to war, that I learned from you, that I learned courage from you, sacrifice from you. I learned it from my soldiers as I went. But you set the path for us. But you, people in this room, the soldiers, the sailors, the airmen, the Marines, the Coast Guard, you were our legacy. You were the light that shined on our path to bring us today.
Makes me feel great. You know, my two favorite people in the whole world are veterans, and that's my dad and my husband. And so when I get to spend any time with veterans of all the different wars, they're heroes to me, and always will be.
The World War II veterans were being recognized in advance of boarding an honor flight to Washington, D.C. to visit the World War II Memorial. The flight was paid for through the support of numerous companies and individuals. The recognition dinner was paid for by a group of area hy-vee grocery stores, and the company itself is a major supporter of honor flights.
This is so much fun having all the World War II veterans here. We have 78 that came tonight, and even with the rain, it's still fun outside with the band and the ROTC kids saluting them as they come in.
Right now we are rehearsing for a very swell affair. The annual celebration, all the gentry will be there.
I think it's awesome that our community is coming together the way it has to honor our vets for sacrificing everything they did for us, and I'm honored to help serve tonight.
The featured speaker at the dinner was former Iowa Senator Roger Jepson, himself an Army veteran.
Stand proud, and through prayer, continue to support our troops and their families and our country. God bless America, and God bless all of you. I thank you.
Early the next morning, the veterans were greeted at Quad City International Airport in Moline, Illinois, where they boarded the jet for Washington, D.C. Volunteers and soldiers were also on hand when the veterans returned to the Quad Cities later that night.
Kind of makes you kind of humble. I don't know if what we did, it didn't seem like we were doing something like that. Deserved that much praise. And
I couldn't believe it. You just can't believe it. The people are that way. Give you a whole new faith in the country, you know.
Honor flights are just one way that Americans come together to say thanks to a special generation of men and women who gave so much of themselves to keep freedom alive. Reporting for the Army Sustainment Command Public Affairs Office, I'm Greg Wilson.